Did you know that the Great Ocean Road is 243 kilometers long, which makes it almost 500 kilometers return, and that's not counting the trip from Melbourne. It's no wonder that the planning of this trip can be really difficult. My name is Stefano from Mel365 and I have been visiting the Great Ocean Road for the last 10 years. If you follow this video, you will learn all about the Great Ocean Road Drive with a step-by-step map and all of the best attractions along the way, including my secret beach, a beautiful place that you will be likely to share only with a few people. So we are living here in Melbourne and we are already on the Balti Bridge or Southgate Bridge. I don't remember now the name, but the important thing is where we are living. From here it will take about 1 hour 15 to Torquay in case there is not much traffic and not much queue. If you go on a weekday in the morning, there is no problem. Usually there is no queue, no traffic. We are in Geelong, about 1 hour from Melbourne. Just a couple of things. First thing, if you fly to Melbourne, the best airport to fly to is Avalon, which is the second airport. It's about 10 minutes from Geelong and you will be straight away to the Great Ocean Road from there. Meanwhile, Tullamarine, which is the main airport, you will take about 1 hour 30 to go to Geelong, so it's quite a long way. The second thing, once you approach Geelong, you can decide if you want to do the ring around Geelong or you go inside Geelong. The choice is based on the fact that if you want to stop in Torquay, then probably it's better to drive through Geelong because it will be quicker, but you may have some more traffic on the way. Vice versa, if you want to go straight on the Great Ocean Road, bypass Torquay, then take the ring, which will bypass both Torquay and Geelong and will be much quicker. This is the first stop on the Great Ocean Road Drive. If you like shopping, then you must stop at the shopping and surfing area of Torquay. That's where you will find discounted clothes, discounted boats, everything about surfing. Talk about surfing, there is also a museum here at the entrance, and I really suggest it if you are into surfing. Describes the history of surfing and surfing in Australia. So we have finished with surfing shopping, and I think we really deserve a nice coffee and some brunch. So we get to Anglesea. Here I am in Anglesea. So I had to stop at one of my favorite cafes, which is Bistro 73, and now I'm walking around a little bit of Anglesea just to show you how it is. It's actually a nice village. It's a small village, so you can easily walk it in about 10 minutes, and there's a bit of walking area too, which I'm going now, and you can have a stroll around. I am just 2k out of Anglesea, and this is a fabulous viewpoint. You should absolutely stop. It's amazing view of the Anglesea Bay, which goes up to the Roadknight beach, which is, probably you see it here on my back. This is probably the best beach for families with kids. The water is very shallow and there is a nice swell for surfing as well. And here is the official start of the Great Ocean Road, the Great Ocean Road Arch. Now, this road was built in 1917, so over 100 years ago, by servicemen that returned from the First World War. Obviously, there was not much work at that stage, and the government decided to employ all of these people and build the road.
And here we are in Lorne, the first town on the Great Ocean Road Drive. It's a beautiful place actually to stay. There is a nice beach, plenty of restaurants, cafes, space dedicated to the kids, and if you are in a little bit of action, there is also a skate park.
The best part of the drive on the Great Ocean Road is between Lorne and Apollo Bay. Now you see here on my back the coastline, absolutely gorgeous. One question that I get asked quite often is it better to drive west to east or east to west? Therefore, is it better to go to Torquay first and then drive to Port Campbell or vice versa? I personally don't have an answer for that. There are good things and bad things about both. If you are just after the view and you want to have a few stops along the Great Ocean Road, then probably drive from Torquay to Port Campbell. Otherwise, if you're about the attractions, which is 12 Apostles, Local Gorge and all of the others, probably it's better to drive straight direct to Port Campbell. Then you can leave Port Campbell and drive through the Great Ocean Road. You can view the 12 Apostles almost on your own, because in the morning there is less people. So you see, you have benefits and drawbacks from both solutions. Apollo Bay is probably the biggest village on the Great Ocean Road Drive. It's very popular with lunchtime. In fact, most of the tours and most of the cars usually drive in the morning from Melbourne, and then they do all of the Great Ocean Road up to Apollo Bay, where they stop for lunch. So you will find plenty of cafes, restaurants of any kind. Asian food is very popular here. And if you like it, you will find some of the best places, like the one that I will show you straight away. It's over there and it's called Chopsticks. By the way, I didn't say that you can read the full post about the Great Ocean Road Drive, and I will put it into the description of the video. What else you can find here? You can find a fantastic beach. It's lovely for two reasons. It's very long. Usually you get also a nice small swell, and if you want to do some surfing, this is the best spot for beginners. So you can rent your board in one of the many shops and go yourself, and that's pretty much it about Apollo Bay. I definitely recommend it for lunch if you're around, or for a coffee break. And the next destination will be the Great Otway National Park. Here I am in the Melba Gully State Park, looking for the Anna waterfall, Anna cascade. Looks like an awesome park actually, so it's really worth coming here only for the walk, which is gonna take about half an hour to the cascade and then half an hour back. It's a little loop, and based on what I see now, it's absolutely fantastic. Another great thing about this place, it's basically unknown. Here I am back to the starting point. The loop took about 40 minutes. It was a beautiful walk. Actually, the walk itself was better than the final destination, as sometimes happens. The Anna cascades were nice, beautiful, but very, very small. Here I am in Gibson Steps. So the drive from Princetown to Gibson Steps is about 10 minutes, not too much. One thing that you will notice in this place is obviously that it's very popular. Plenty of people, sometimes it's not even possible to actually find a spot for your car. But it's beautiful, and definitely it's understandable why so many people want to come here. And here I am in the most popular attraction of the Great Ocean Road, which is the 12 Apostles. Why is the most popular? Well, I will leave that to the images. One suggestion I can give you, try to make it as early as you can in the morning, and that's where you will enjoy the most, with not as many people around. Another possibility is to go on sunset. It's saying that usually sunset is also popular, but not as many people as you will find during the afternoon, especially between 2 and 4:30 p.m. And that's where most of the buses arrive, and it becomes really unlivable in a way that there's a huge queue to go to the viewpoint, and when you are at the viewpoint you have a ton of people all around, sometimes even pushing. After the 12 Apostles, you end up in a nice town which is called Port Campbell, with a small beach which is absolutely gorgeous. Because it's very well protected, you won't have many waves, so it's a safe place to have a swim. So if you're looking for a place to take a break, you know, maybe have a beer or have a coffee, definitely Port Campbell is highly suggested. And from Port Campbell we drive through and we go to the next place, which is the Bay of Islands. Here I am in Bay of Islands. This is another of my favorite spots. It's quite an amazing place. It's popular. There are quite a number of people around, but you can always find isolated spot as the one I am now. Just don't go only to the main platform. Look around. From the parking there is access to a small path, and from there you go to other viewing platforms. Amazing places, absolutely amazing place. I didn't realize it's already 7:30 p.m. here, and probably it's time to go back to Port Campbell for some food, but I will leave Childers Cove to tomorrow morning with a better light and a little bit warmer. Okay, see you tomorrow. I'm here in Childers Cove, probably my favorite beach along the Great Ocean Road. It's a very windy day, it's northerly windy, which means super hot, about 37 degrees going up to 40 degrees. But look at the colors, just amazing. You see here on my back there is a main beach, and there is a little cove up to the end with a cave that connects both of them. You can go there, have a fantastic swim underwater. It's just amazing, and as you can see from my images now, it's really a secret place to be and to visit in the Great Ocean Road. It's probably the last location if you want to drive a little bit further up from Port Campbell. It's about 35k west of Port Campbell. There are plenty of flies, and the reason is that it's so hot and the flies are looking for humidity into the skin. I'm going down now for the swim. I can't miss that. I'm gonna enjoy this place for sure for a couple of hours. And I forgot to mention that actually 10 kilometers north of Childers Cove you can find a fantastic spot to have a break. Here it is. Yes indeed, the cheese ward. So if you are the cheese lovers, absolutely stop here, and you can have lots of beautiful cheese on the board, either to taste, to buy, or to enjoy just 1 hour with a little bit of wine. After the Cheese World, about 10k, you will find Allandsford, and Allandsford is the last town of the Great Ocean Road. This is it for this video about the drive on the Great Ocean Road. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you're gonna subscribe to my channel, which I put it here on the corner, and see you soon in my next video.